Assalamu alaikum. To all the students and teachers tuning in, a very warm welcome. You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in the exam hall, they hit play on that listening track, the audio rushes by at lightning speed, and suddenly, pure panic sets in. But what if I told you there's a concrete, entirely data-driven way to just completely eliminate that anxiety? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. In this explainer, we are breaking down the IGCSE Urdu 0539 Paper 2 listening exam, and I'm going to hand you the ultimate insider's blueprint to absolutely securing that A+. Okay, let's just quickly map out our exact game plan for the next few minutes. We'll be hitting 5 key areas: exam structure and target, examiner report secrets, conquering exercises 1 and 2, mastering exercises 3 and 4, and we'll wrap it all up with some golden rules for exam day.
Starting with Section 1, exam structure and target. Because honestly, to win any game, you absolutely have to understand the rules and know your precise target score.
So, I want you to burn this number into your brain. 23. You only need 23 out of 30 marks to secure an A grade. Just think about that for a second. It completely transforms this vague, super intimidating goal of I have to be perfect into a really specific, highly achievable target. You literally have room to make a few mistakes and you can still walk away with top marks.
And if you don't believe me, the proof is right in front of us, straight from the source. This is the official Cambridge June 2025 grade threshold document for Component 02, the listening paper. Look at that. The threshold for an A is solidly set at 23. This is pure, data-driven confidence telling you that an A+ is entirely within your reach if you just approach the paper strategically.
Now, checking out the basic breakdown of the paper itself, you've got roughly 35 to 45 minutes to complete just 4 exercises. That means every single mark is precious, and time management is actually built right into the audio tracks. The exercises scale up in difficulty, so understanding this flow is exactly how you pace yourself to grab those 30 marks.
Moving right along to Section 2, the secret weapon, examiner reports. Let's see how we can use some serious insider knowledge to our advantage.
Look, instead of just guessing what Cambridge wants, we can look directly at the Principal Examiner Report for teachers. These reports are incredible. They summarize how thousands of actual candidates performed, highlighting exactly where they lost marks, and more importantly, what the examiners are actively rewarding. It is essentially a literal cheat sheet for avoiding all the common pitfalls.
For instance, check out this direct quote. "A massive trap for students is spelling. But here is the critical nuance. Phonetic spelling is actually often accepted, unless it forms a completely different word." A classic example. If the correct answer is gari, meaning car, and you spell it like gahari, meaning watch, well, you've just changed the meaning entirely, and you will instantly lose the mark. Accuracy absolutely matters most when the actual meaning is at stake.
All right, Section 3, building the foundation with exercises 1 and 2. Let's break down the tactical battlefield, starting with some straightforward fact-finding.
Now, exercises 1 and 2 are essentially your confidence builders. They are worth 8 marks each. Exercise 1 gives you short answer questions based on really brief announcements, while Exercise 2 is your classic gap-fill task. But the key takeaway for both? You are strictly listening for specific, concrete facts. We're talking dates, times, and places. You aren't analyzing deep, emotional undertones here. You are just hunting for raw data.
The golden rule for these early exercises is brevity. Long-winded, overly complex sentences, they are completely unnecessary, and frankly, they're a huge risk. They just crack the door open for grammatical or spelling mistakes. If the question asks for a time, literally just write the time. Keep it super direct, secure the mark, and move on.
Let's look at a couple of specific traps straight from the examiners themselves. Candidates lose tons of marks just by missing minor details. For example, in one past paper, a customer ordered a cake, but the audio specifically noted it shouldn't be too sweet. So many students just wrote cake and totally missed the mark. Another huge trap? Urdu numerals. Examiners actually advise that if you aren't 100% confident writing numbers in Urdu, just stick to standard digits. Seriously, don't risk a silly error over something so avoidable.
Okay, on to Section 4, Advanced Comprehension in Exercises 3 and 4. Once you've banked those foundational marks, we step up the difficulty. This is where the cognitive load gets heavier, with longer, much more complex audios, like interviews or discussions. And I want you to notice the major shift in strategy here. In the first half, you were just hunting for facts, right? But now, you're no longer looking for raw data.
You are actively decoding the speaker's true feelings and intentions. The right answer probably won't be explicitly spoken word for word anymore. It's going to be hidden in their tone and their attitude.
For exercise 3's multiple matching, that's where you have to match 6 speakers to their opinions, I want you to use this simple 3-step formula. First, aggressively use your reading time to review all the options, A through G, before the audio even starts playing. Second, listen for the core argument. Don't just jump at matching vocabulary words. And third, connect the speaker to their underlying opinion. A huge trick they use is having a speaker mention a specific word from an option, but they actually disagree with it. Don't fall for that.
Then, when you hit those final 8 marks in the exercise 4 multiple choice questions, remember this ultimate pro tip. Don't chase the words, chase the meaning. You're going to hear an interview, and the options will very cleverly use words lifted directly from the audio to distract you. But the correct answer is almost always a paraphrase of the speaker's true intent or emotion. Let's look at another actual example from the examiner reports to prove this. In a recent exam, students dropped marks on question 16 because they missed the broader context. The speaker says she found her childhood uninteresting because of the common use of technology. Students who were just listening for literal, surface-level facts totally missed this contextual reason. Always listen for the why in these final exercises. Finally, Section 5, Golden Rules for Exam Day. Let's wrap up with some universal survival tactics that will safeguard that A+. These apply across the entire paper. Keep these universal rules locked in your arsenal. Obviously, write all your answers in Urdu. And remember, no dictionaries are allowed. But crucially, the audio plays twice. Use the first listen to get your answer down and the second listen to verify it. And perhaps the most important rule I can give you, never ever leave a blank space. There is 0 negative marking on this paper. An educated guess is infinitely better than a guaranteed 0 on a blank line. Also, keep in mind that it is completely 100% normal to miss a detail the first time the audio plays. Seriously, do not panic. Keep your mind relaxed, let it go, and just wait for the second loop. The pauses and the repeats, they are deliberately built into the exam format to give you time to think, to write, and to verify. Your calmness in that exam room is your biggest superpower. So, armed with these examiner secrets, a crystal clear understanding of what they're actually looking for, and a strategic plan for every single exercise, are you ready to unlock your A+ in Paper 2? Remember, you aren't just passively listening to an audio track anymore. You are actively decoding the test itself. Take these strategies, apply them to your next practice paper, and just ask yourself, what do you want that Cambridge certificate to say when you finally open it? The power to shape that result is now entirely in your hands. Best of luck, you've got this.